What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Here we go. Another week. Last week before we go live next week, we have got the rest of the training camp previews to get done, plus a final video at the end of the week. As you can tell, yes, I got a lot of sun on Saturday when we did the cancer ride for a young lady here in town. If you haven't seen that, go look at the shorts. And so, yes, I got sunburn lines very interestingly because of my cap, but it was an absolute blast. We are 1 week away from going live. We are this weekend, Saturday, is the first real college football games. It's getting close. So let's get these training camp previews done. Here we go. All right, guys, today we are going to the NFC. We have got the NFC East to cover, and we are going to start with two rivals that absolutely positively hate each other. We're going to start with the better of the two teams, the Philadelphia Eagles. So, this team, Super Bowl champions, absolutely great run for Saquon Barkley. Absolutely great run for the defense once they figured out Vic Fangio's setup, scheme, and everything else. And you will notice on the thumbnail I have strongest position is offensive line. I don't think there is a better offensive line in football. I think they are number one, and I don't think it is a close second anywhere. And yes, I mean anywhere. To the level that this offensive line can play. It's outstanding. It's fantastic. It's dominating. The weakest position, as you see, it's slightly a joke. The team I don't see has a real weakness. I guess if you really wanted to put a weakness from a position standpoint, it would be receiver. A.J. Brown is injured often. Devontae Smith is injured often. And it's not like they have a bunch of high-end guys behind those two. They just made the trade with the Texans for John Mechie. Congratulations to both teams because the Texans got a fifth-round pick out of it. Not bad. But the reality is the only thing that can stop this team from winning is the head coach. It's the only thing. We saw it happen 2 years ago. Last year, Kellen Moore did an outstanding job calling the offense. Outstanding job understanding what they needed to do and how everything needed to play out. He's gone. We saw what happened when Sirianni lost Steichen. The reality is he does not cover well. And it is a new offensive coordinator. So as usual, let's go to the schedule, the first 6 weeks. And if you remember, last year it was the bye week when they changed their offensive game plan and took Hurts out of it instead of being a central part of it. Here are the first 6 games. Actually, we're doing the first 8. Their bye week is week 9. The first 8 are as follows. They open with Dallas at home on Thursday night football. They open the second week. They are at Kansas City. Week 3, they're home against Los Angeles, the Rams. Week 4, they are at Tampa Bay. Week 5, they're home against Denver. Week 6 at the Giants on Thursday Night Football. Week 7 at the Vikings. And Week 8, their second Giants matchup in 3 weeks, they're home. The reality is I believe they could easily run through this 8-0 heading into that week 9 bye. At very minimum, 7-1. If they're 6-2, that Rams, Buccaneers, and Broncos stretch, I think will be rough. I don't worry about them with Kansas City, and here's why. Kansas City's offensive line is once again retooled. It will not be ready for Vic Fangio's defense in week number 2. It just won't. And because of that, I really, really believe this team could go 7-1, 8-0, at very worst 6-2. And like I said, it's only because of the 3-game stretch. Rams, Bucks, and Broncos back to back to back. Really good defenses there. You got McVay. You got Tampa Bay, which we don't know about their offensive coordinator, but then you got Sean Payton. And the Broncos defense arguably will be top 3 in the NFL. So what's success after winning the Super Bowl? Listen, win your division, make the playoffs, get that home playoff game. Success cannot be back-to-backs. I hate it when they say anything less than the Super Bowl is a failure. You could potentially say that with this team. I will admit the talent is there. Honestly, second best roster in the NFL, or probably the number one roster in the NFL. Number one, from top to bottom, number one roster in the NFL. The only thing that can stop them is the head coach. If he gets in the way, if he fumbles this up again, they will have losses that they shouldn't have, and they won't be as buttoned up, and that could be the only undoing. I think they make the conference championship game at least. Philly is good. I like the team's build out. I love who they've drafted. It's a beautiful, beautiful setup. The Eagles are strong. The Eagles are very, very strong, and they are not quarterback reliant. So if you really wanted to look at it, I think if A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith were to both go down at the same time for a 6 weeks period, I could easily see that 6 weeks going 3-3. Easily. You have no deep threat. They will all be pressing the box. And the reality is, because of the Eagles, the rest of the league changed their view over the offseason. So the defensive lines got better. They got faster, and it was a great defensive draft. So there is zero doubt that if both of them go out, I will say it will probably be hard to tread 500 because Barkley may be fantastic and the O-line may be awesome. But if you can't throw the ball to receivers who can really catch, you're going to be in trouble. So honestly, I love the Eagles. I absolutely love the Eagles. The only thing they can be is outcoached. Now, outcoached is what this team is going to be most of the year. This is a horrible, horrible crime against the Dallas Cowboy players that Jerry Jones signed Brian Schottenheimer. Absolute garbage. And the only thing that could make this better is if they only win 3 games. The way that this schedule plays out, the first 6 weeks, you better take advantage because after week 6, you don't have a game where I believe you will be favored if you're the Cowboys. Week number 1 at Philadelphia, loss. Week 2, Giants. Week 3 at the Bears. Week 4, home against Green Bay. Week 5 at the Jets. Week 6 at Carolina. From week 7 on until you get to week 18 against the Giants again, you're screwed. Go look at the Cowboys schedule. The strength of schedule, number 5. They don't have a team to play a number 5 strength of schedule. They don't have a defense to play number 5 strength of schedule. They don't have an offense to play a number 5 strength of schedule. They don't have the head coach to play a number 5 strength of schedule. This could go south so fast. If you don't beat New York and you don't beat Carolina, you could be looking at a 2 or 3 win season. Yes, I said it. You could be looking at a 2 or 3 win season. Dak Prescott is not going to be the same quarterback. Another massive leg injury. He's going to be a statue. He's getting older. CeeDee Lamb is outstanding. 100%. Who else is he going to throw to? Pickens? You mean the guy that drops the ball a lot? Yeah. The offensive line is probably the strongest place on this team, and it's got injuries. Tyler Guyton, already hurt, left tackle. Tyler Smith, already hurt, left guard. What are you going to do? Cooper Beebe, Tyler Booker at the core, center, right guard, I love. Hopefully they can stay healthy. Terrence Steele, there's been questions about him. Let's just be honest. If Guyton and Smith were to be out for 2-3 games, you're going winless. That offensive line goes to absolute pot. Your worst position for a quarterback that can't move is the running back. Javonte Williams, if Sean Payton moved off a running back, you probably don't want him. They moved off of Javonte Williams, brought in RJ Harvey. They kept everybody else. And now the Broncos have Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Jaden Blue, the rookie from Texas. Will somebody please stand up and be a running back number 1? That's what they need. If they want any hope of winning more than 4 games, they need to have a running game that is top 15 in the league. The defense, I don't trust the defense. Are you kidding me? Eberflus? Listen, I know what he was able to do with Indianapolis, and I know Chicago wasn't bad, but what did Chicago do? They spent all the money on the defense. They don't have DeMarcus Lawrence now. They run a 43. Micah Parsons is the best defensive lineman they have, and it's not particularly close. They don't have an extravagant linebacking core, and their secondary, you've got Diggs, you got Malik Hooker, Deron Bland, but Donovan Wilson, Keeman Hall. The reality is the defense is not that buttoned up. Trayvon Diggs isn't happy. Micah Parsons isn't happy. And how this plays out, I'm not sure. Now, when you look at the salary cap, this is really interesting. The Cowboys are only $5 million over the salary cap for next year. Okay? But in 2027, they have $53 million in salary cap. The problem is, that's like in the 20s. That's like in the 20s. They don't actually have that much. The way that it's going to play out. So let's look at next year. Next year's dead cap already for them is, okay, right now it's $16 million in dead cap already. $16 million in dead cap money already. You're already negative. There's a lot of teams that potentially could be there. Okay? And the reality is, I don't know if they're good enough to be able to make moves they need to make. I believe Jerry Jones has really hamstringed this team. And it's not fair. I know we always say life isn't fair. The reality is when you end up being a victim of somebody else's decision, you have a little bit of a reason to gripe. And the Dallas Cowboys are a victim of their owner. A victim of an owner that is tone deaf to the NFL. Um, got asked, "Have you ever thought about giving up general manager duties?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, but it was just a thought." Well, you sucked the way Bill Belichick sucked. Now Tyler Booker, I mean, like I said, Tyler Booker, that draft pick this year, outstanding offensive line, offensive guard. I think he's going to be a hit. They haven't missed on offensive linemen. They really haven't missed on their top pick wide receivers. But you've got a circus full of distractions. And these players are trying to win in the middle of a circus with a schedule. Let's go back to the schedule. So after that week 6 Carolina road game, this is their schedule, guys. Commanders, Broncos, Cardinals, Raiders, Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders. Your next 10 games, you will not be favored in any of them. Any of them. That is a 0-10 stretch waiting to happen. You better get W's early. Because I don't think they get over 4 wins. I really don't. I don't see how this team with a quarterback. We asked this question with Kirk Cousins last year. How can you, coming off that injury, move and do everything? We saw his arm fell off. All these injuries. You don't keep your same workout routine. Dak Prescott had a very, very good workout routine to keep himself able to play. Injury after injury after injury after injury, though, your body breaks down. And at this point, trusting that he's going to be able to be the same quarterback because of what's been in the past cannot be how you base this. It can't. Another leg injury. His movement's going to be very minimal. I don't think he's going to want to get hit again. And he's playing defenses. I mean, let's be honest. Philadelphia is just going to bull rush and come after you. You better hope everybody's healthy on your own line for that game. The Giants, they play hard defensively. They play the Cowboys tough. I can't just give you 2 wins over the Giants either. The Bears have one of the top 10 defensive lines in the NFL. The Packers are probably going to be fighting for the division title in the NFC North. The Jets have Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn has played the Cowboys and destroyed them with his defense. The Panthers, that one is a complete shootout. I think that's just going to be a wild game that you watch, and that's it. Everything else, I don't know. I don't know. It's the only time I really spend a bunch of time on the Cowboys when I do their training camp. I stay off of them most of the time because it's just a circus. And it's the Jerry Jones admitted he's got to stir up drama so that the Cowboys get talked about. Yeah, good business model. You know, if you won a lot of games and were playing for championships, you'd actually get talked about in a good way. You know, I've heard the saying, I've been in corporate, bad publicity is better than no publicity. Only those, how do I put this? If you can afford the bad publicity, and you know you can come out of it, yes. If the bad publicity is going to destroy you, no. If you don't have the means or the funds or the ability to get out of whatever that situation is, you don't need the bad publicity. You need none. So you can just kind of tread water, figure it out. The Cowboys are such a circus. They don't have the means to get out of it, which means the bad publicity is making it worse on the players. Jerry Jones got angry last year, and this year he's going to get even more angry. And it is his own fault. So nobody can feel sorry for him. And the Cowboys are going to win 4 games or less. Sneak preview of my official predictions next Wednesday. All right, guys. That is it for today. We have got 4 more podcasts left for this week. Maybe only 3. We'll see what happens on Friday. I may be setting everything up for Monday. But nonetheless, go watch the shorts from the cancer ride my wife and I did on Saturday. And have an absolutely fantastic rest of your Monday. Hopefully you started the week strong. Keep it going. Make it the best Tuesday that you can. Until tomorrow, for Sports Talk with Hawk, I am Hawk, and I'm out. Have a great night, guys.